Founded in 1979 by the Bic family of Big Pen fame, Bic Sport grew from a passion for water sports and world-renowned expertise in sustainable manufacturing. Visit bicsport.com and learn more about our full range of water sports products.
Hi, this is Mike with Bic SUP. So you've been out on your Bic wing, traveling around on day trips, and now you want to go a little bit further. You want to do a light overnight or maybe a couple day extended trip. You're going to need to outfit your board with the bungee cord. The 12.6 Ace-Tech wing comes with 7 tie-down spots, but you're going to need to incorporate a couple more tie-downs to do some bungee cords. These aftermarket bungee tie-downs are found at any SUP store and are simple and just follow directions and you can glue them on in just a heartbeat. What we've done here is set up some bungee cord. The other thing that's most important about an extended day trip is that we're going to be using really good dry bags. I find that Watershed Dry Bags are by far the best bags that I've used. These guys have been making dry bags for kayaks and military purposes for a long time. I've never had any failure with these bags. They're very durable. These particular bags that you'll see are very shiny and blue. In fact, these bags have actually traveled on a stand-up paddleboard trip from Key West, Florida to Portland, Maine. And that's how these bags look. They never got wet, never were even damp. So something to consider, really good dry bags. Spend the extra money. You're going to be putting a lot of expensive lightweight gear in here. You'll want to take care of your gear. The challenge on a long distance trip is loading your board. You'll want the weight on the nose and tail to be similar or trimmed properly. So that's going to take a little bit of adjusting. You'll notice most of the gear is on the tail. There's very little gear on the front of the board. Reason being is in conditions of headwind or any following seas where the nose of the board is actually surfing, you don't want to have a lot of washover where these bags would act as a dam. So we want to keep as much off the nose of the board as we can. The other thing to keep in mind, we want to keep all of our gear kind of centered, our heavy things centered in the board, centered in the tail, so that all of our heavy things are off of the rail. You don't want to have your tail so loaded up with gear that the tail is almost underwater or squirting the nose out of the water. So it's very important to use very lightweight, minimalist camping gear when you're SUP traveling. You'll want to make sure that this stays on in all conditions, whether it's calm at the beginning of the day, but you want to make sure at the afternoon the wind could come up. You want to make sure that you don't have to adjust your bags and it's really on there solid. One of the most important parts, I think, on an extended trip or an extended day trip, the Bic wing has the tie-down spots in the back just for a day trip, but you also want to have a 3-piece breakdown or a breakdown paddle. That way, if a paddle gets away from you or you lose your paddle or break it, you have an extra paddle and you're going to come home. You'll remember you'll be going out on an extended trip. You don't know what communications are going to be. We'd like to have our radio here and plenty of extra water. This bag will hold up to 2.5 gallons of water. Plus the water that I'm carrying, I can carry 3 gallons of water easily. Always plan out your water stops. I like to think of this bag as my ditch bag. If I had to walk away from the rest of my gear, what am I going to have in this bag? The most important things that I want to have in here are my first aid kit, dry clothes, food, fuel for a stove, communications, and signaling devices. Very important to have in here. That's why they call it a ditch kit. If I needed to just take this bag and go, I know that I could stay fairly comfortable and warm and fed for at least a night, maybe 2 nights, from what I would have in just this small Watershed dry bag. This is definitely the most important piece of gear. The way you pack it is very important, so that when you have to open this zipper and you're on the water, you know that the things that you want to reach for first are right there without digging through your bag to grab things. So this bag right here, again, the ditch kit, very important. We'll want to store everything we need in there. Refer to that other video to see what we take on an extended day trip. But those are the most important things: food, water, fuel, dry clothes.
Visit bicsup.com and check out the full range of stand-up paddleboards, paddles, and accessories.